NIP. There were some circumstances which they had to deal with, though. A couple of players falling sick, so hopefully this time around with all 5 members together, it should be easier. That being said, it's a fast play coming in towards a ramp position, but look at this. Getting absolutely shut down, leaving Bemis alone in a 1 versus 3.
Shattering this first round. Bemis making some noise, knocking out the windows, trying to draw away a little bit of the attention from Imperial. Fallen, Vinny, and Fur stand against him still. 2 players downstairs, so he's kept them interested, and now he's going to be rotating back over on lobby side. There's still so much time left on the clock as well, Blair, but he seems to have made the right read. It would effectively be down to a 1-on-1 if things stayed as they currently are, but that one position that Vinny is occupying is going to be so difficult for him to find.
Vinny, though, he's got to be aware of that Heaven's position, right? Because ramp control is with Bemis. And again, time to work with. 100 HP as well, Glock in hand. If he can isolate this kill and take down Vinny, then a very real possibility of him getting the clutch. But he's going to check, though. It's looking unlikely. Oh, he's going to just walk on past. There's no way. He has to check at some point or the other. But no, I feel his days are numbered here, Vince. There we go. And the one player who many people have said, you know, Bemis is the one who needs to be cut. He has been pretty impactful in the recent games I've seen from him for the side of MOUZ. This is where he needs to step up. He's going to find Fur. He knows where the second player is as well, close by, and that is Bolts.
Oh, he's burning alive, though. Whether Bolts landed that shot or not, Bemis was a goner. And now it's down to Dexter. 1-on-2. Was tagged down earlier in this very position from Vinny, and it's FAMAS. Could be securing the bomb plant bare minimum, as both the CTs are still trailing up on the A site. But now that they're moving together, it may not bode very well for Dexter. That being said, though, to get into a post plant here with a couple of weakened players on the server, it's always a distinct possibility that this could still spin in your favor. It's about clearing the angles, though. They don't check the box. That will be to the detriment of Bolts. Now, FNX knows where he is, but Dexter moves his head. Skilled player, obviously, but it feels like if he's having a good game, then Imperial always have the chance to win. If he's having an off game as Torsi, Wall Flash just wrecked his IGL, I guess.
He wasn't even... yeah, I'm lost.
That completely derailed all of my thought process, if I'm being honest, Blair. And now Torsi's been fragged.
There was no one there to shoot at, and it just executes his teammate, and they even find a second kill, and this has just gone wrong, Vince. All RI for the side of MOUZ. 33 seconds and it's a 2v4, and they have no idea where the CTs are.
Fallen pushing through, did some damage, but does get fragged all the same. 5-7 up on top of the huts. Oh, the spray. This is the problem. Bemis was low, and the 5-7. But looking good for Imperial to pick up a 4-1 lead. Spoil for choices, Vinny. That was a bit of a rough spray. And speaking of which, there's another one. Torsi will finalize, but now Fallen shows his hand for main. And although Bemis has got an M4... Oh my god, that was a one-tap. He had 1 bullet left in the magazine. That's disgusting. He could still win this round. There's still over a minute left. The only downside is he doesn't have the bomb. And as far as he's concerned, there could be another player in main. But as soon as he picks that up, what's his decision going to be? Does he drop down vents? If so, Fur is there laid in wait and surely would be a goner. So instead, Bemis making the correct decision. Planting for the front side of the site allows him to just retreat into the hut. Is he really going to pull this off?
Sure. Oh, he's going
all
for
the way
play.
To heaven.
They won't expect this, Vince.
This is a galaxy brain play that could pay off. He's now going to hear the jumping up and down in the heaven area. There's no way you expect him to just show himself in heaven at this point. There's the frag. Bemis has played this one perfectly, and he's forced to play it off the site. Is there enough time? There's no kit. He's won the round. That is absolutely ridiculous from Bemis. Time is so low. FNX in the shadow. You can hear the bomb being planted down. He's going to go for the peak, trying to take some heads with him. First kill there, but he does get traded back. That may not be good enough. They needed him to have more impact. There'll be a foundation, and now Frozen, who is lurking.
That's the round.
It should be the round. I mean, still, even with the kill 2v2, they don't have a kit to play with. No grenades either, so it feels like Imperial are going to try a speculative attempt here, but they're going to lose lives as a result. Torsi, with a hell of a shot, goes back in for seconds, but he should have done enough. Molotov to the back of the site. The round is...
FNX having to answer the call of duty here towards round.
Oh, so many flashes.
Brilliant flashes.
Yeah, that was 2 or 3 back-to-back. He just never really had a chance. The shot goes awry from Torsi. And Fur, actually, making the most of that Molotov, dices one player in the form of BMAS. Now, there's one up close, that's JDC, who had a couple closes in that last round, which is certainly an upward trend. He's about to go one-on-one, but here is the flank from Dexter. Perfectly timed, perfectly placed. And MOUZ now only have Vinny to contend with, meaning pushed back MOUZ, and they couldn't make the most of the smokes that they had in play. This has been a horrible turn of events on the side of MOUZ now. Frozen, being patient, waits, and just nails Dexter in midair, goes back in for seconds, and there's nothing they can do about this.
And Elijahson fallen as well, getting the first kill, not falling for the bait from Dexter. And yeah, they have the 2 AKs. These are the 2 players without the armor, right? As we touched upon a few seconds ago. So Imperial are keeping this very, very clean indeed, not falling for these AK-47s. As they slowly creep on down lower, but the door is wide open, and Vince, they have 1 Molotov. That's all they have. And if FNX should shut this one down, yeah, check us up. Bomb's not even going to get planted here.
Molotov's out, spray there as well, and Bolts has picked up one.
Oh.
Vinny's spraying down, and keep in mind, this is a buy round. They had AKs, and they've been completely destroyed on the approach.
This has just been a complete capitulation from MOUZ the past few rounds. I think they've had like, what, 1 kill in the past 3 rounds, Vince? It's just been a complete shutdown, and I get it from Dexter. He was trying to go for a faster upper bomb side pop, which is something they haven't really done much of, apart from some of the early rounds. Almost a free kill, but the spray doesn't quite work out for him. But even though he doesn't get the kill, that's information gleaned, right? Imperial are trying to go for the late, re-aggress towards outside. And now MOUZ, they're going to be on their toes once more. Still a man advantage here for the side of Dexter and his men. And you can see Dexter slowly making his way towards the Ben's position with that MP9. For Imperial, they seem still non-committal. As I say that, you can see 3 players now slowly gravitating towards the ramp position where JDC lies in wait.
Doesn't have any molly. May not require it. First kill comes down, and it's a bait into Torsi. Great hold from JDC.
Pretty happily. So down to the pistols once more for the side of Imperial. They still have the AK for both, though, as Torsi perfectly timed shot into Fallen.
Ooh, Torsi, I thought he may get caught from the squeaky side, but able to dip down into the vents, line up for JDC, and he will just spray them down where they stand. He may have had a slow start on that T-half, but he is certainly churning out the frags now and adding the stats, padding the stats. And he will...
It's going to be grim here for Fallen and his man. You can see a bit more of a light investment coming in. It's Vinny. The 900, a scout in the hands of Fallen as well. Fallen won't be able to find Torsi. Scout will be retreating. They won't expect this, but Dexter's so quick on the trade as Torsi will just decapitate Bolts. Did he even see him? Oh, mind you, there was a 1-man excursion. FNX has been whittled down as well. It's a very low HP. Great flashbang to find Frozen.
Fur getting that first entry, another flashbang in through, and Dexter gets spotted, gets fragged, and put down, body bagged. JDC can't move in, courtesy of that Molotov. And curiously, I was not able to stop the bomb plant either. So a 4-on-3 after Torsi got the first pick, after he got the entry over on the ramp side. He's now stuck in heaven, but not for much longer because Bolts has put him down, laid him to rest up there. What a turnaround from Imperial, but most of this comes down to 2 exquisite entries.
Right now, he needs to be paranoid, but Fur just clearing out this angle. And Vinny's going to be waiting for him, but Dexter is somehow able to stay alive. And now with that smoke, he's given himself a little bit of room to work with. And now the re-aggression coming in from Bemis.
Oh, the damage was done. FNX pins in for the frag. He was getting tagged up down to 11 as well in the meanwhile. Torsi goes aggressive. 30 seconds, bomb being planted on the ace side. If JDC can make a move up here, he could have denied the bomb plant, but he wasn't fast enough. Fallen now shows his
position, so it trickles down on top of the entrance of HUD to allow his teammates to make a play. Finding the time though, 35 seconds, and you said it, Vince. It's going to require the heroics from some of the individuals. It's going to require Fur once more to flex his guns and crack open his upper bomb site.
Need that brawn again. Need to bounce away these CTs, but instead it's the spray of BMAS. It's a wild one. It's back and forth, but he's getting the kills, and that's all that counts. Frozen called upon for one, and Fur is all that remains for Imperial, and he can't get the inclination that that is a possibility, and now they know. They've tagged him to 50. Dexter now having to watch the close angle. Bolts and Fur both chip in for kills. And MOUZ now staggered. Frozen comes out swinging with the M4A1S. There is still a way forward here, considering how low Fallen is. BMAS will have them on the cross. It's a bit of a labored spray, but there is Frozen as well. 2-on-2, and Frozen goes in again. This would be a 2-on-4. Fallen, 3 HP to his name. Bomb spilled down, can pick that one up, but he's only got an AWP by his side. There's so little room for error, and BMAS puts him down. Another huge... This is a chaotic round.
And they know Vinny's all alone, and the fact that he's actually been allowed to regroup with his teammates, this is big. 3v3, and Imperial can very well pull this one back.
Torzy, BMAS, and JDC. Couple weakens, but Torzy still nails Fur where he stands with the AWP. Straight to the chest. JDC, though, needs one of his teammates to have more impact. The flashbang is out. He follows it up. Very well played. Synergy. Frags in tandem, and now Bolt with his back to the wall, has shrapnel, has bullets, and has bodies pushing down, and nearly stands his ground for 2. But MOUZ get it done. They should just have enough time. 16-11 on their choice. There as well. The flash is decent and actually stalled them from coming back in, but Frozen's been bested. Another flash in, but another whiffed attempt. Torzy this time runs in and gets fragged down. Bolts continues to turn in the kills, turn in the performance, and it forces away the Coffin contingent. JDC can do nothing but wait for his teammates to arrive.
The timing of the flash was really off, right? The first one. The second one, though, even though they were blinded, Bolts playing anti-flash, able to pluck away the second players. JDC is at least able to find Fur, but still is a 4 versus 3, and they have a kit to work with, though, so this retake is definitely on.
So, but they need to pick up the pace. Big headshot from Vinny, though. The back box is... He delivers with 2 kills, and that should be the round that follows up. BMAS is destroyed, dismantled next from FNX.
Very uncomfortable here, Vince.
Frozen just around the smoke, sprays through, but it's Torzy that takes the first kill down. The bomb's going to finalize, though. It's going to be planted in that smoke, and now Torzy is stuck. Needs to come out swinging, needs to have some help from his teammates. The fact that Frozen's gone down, there's no one else close right now, it's going to be a bit of an issue. And although that shot landed, he's now been finished off. Vinny on 19, just trying to do as much damage as possible, but he falls prey to the Galil of Dexter. And so MOUZ will successfully get a defuse off, but they did lose 2 players while doing so, and that is going to cost them a little bit in terms of their finances.
I have no idea.
Third player coming through now. In actual fact, Dexter not really respecting that smoke too much, decided to push through there, but Bolts with the AWP has put it to use. Torzy bested, picks it up off the Ira Fallen to go in for that entry, and now Dexter, wild spray, can't finalize the frag. They're planting the bomb in amongst the smoke, and that grenade will do nothing to deny that, deter it, which is all the best for the T's, because there's only about 10 seconds left on the clock. Now AWP's been picked up, and although Bolts and Fur are both low, they have the weaponry to maybe pull this one off, trading back and forth between AKs and AWPs, but now everyone is falling down around the site. Bolts wants to hold on to this AWP. He can't feasibly stop this defusal, and so he'll give it up. MOUZ will pick up their 5 seconds, but it's going to take quite a while before they can get any kind of control over the map.
And look at the setup as well. Torzy's the one who's going to be making initial contact towards the top of Banana, and then you have JDC tucked in behind the sandbags. Imperial, though, still have options available. You can see 2 players towards A. They're trying to sell a fake here, but the re-aggression, Bolt can catch JDC off guard, but JDC, what a recovery. And now the 4v2, and 30 seconds, they have no avenues.
It just seems like there's no way to push onto the site, and now bullets being spammed through the smoke, but it's a 1-for-1, and the bomb is still planted down successfully. And now Imperial can assume post-plant positions. That grenade won't be doing too much. Too shallow to really bother anybody. Flash through. And Frozen taking the initiative. One player, which will be Fur, still in Bernardo, but two at the back in shadows. As the AWP peeks in, they get one. Do they anticipate a second player here? Yes, they do. And they clean out the angle. Bolts down alongside.
It looks clinical. Dexter to the edge of the smoke. First stuck. He's stuck. He should know. They should know. They should know there's someone there. But Dexter is going to strike and finds two. He will be traded, but it's too late.
Oh, man, when it rains, it pours. And Imperial are in a torrential downpour right now. Just nothing's going in their favor. They can't get anything going. The momentum is completely against them. They've been derailed on this comeback trail, and to make matters worse, BMAS gets an unsuspecting FNX with a flashbang from Fallen. And he's down to 46. He was in the trenches in that previous engage. Dexter has done so.
For Dexter, he's going to peek, go for the dry one. So much damage, not able to convert the kills. Then JDC, he runs out of bullets. A 4v3 now as a backpedal back towards the B bomb site.
Two players are so low. Torsi gets one and gets jump scared in the process. As now Vinny has shown his hand. But keep in mind that Bolt is down to 14. Vinny on 77. So they're going to be taking forward aggressive positions. Vinny peering, peeking into the CT spot, but he misses the shot. And that now allows MOUZ to pick up the pace, to get closer. They can flash in Frozen, and that flash has nailed Vinny in the face. He has to back away again. Just these little small victories, gradually pushing and stymieing away as they push through the Molotov, and Frozen takes down the frag onto Bolts. Does get avenged though from Vinny, who puts that up to use. BMAS has a kit in his hands. He knows where Vinny is roughly, sticks onto the bomb, but there is Vinny, making amends for that. Still in position. I wonder if they're going to try some kind of a wraparound, because two players in Banana for the time being, but no, they're now pulling back. There's only 20 seconds left though, Blair. They've got to get a move on here.
And as you're falling back. Oh no. The smoke now, it's a giveaway. Timing is everything. Dexter needs at least one. Now it's all in Bemis. He's alone.
Outmanned, outgunned, but the time is working on his side after the bomb is being down first. He's got 2 kills. They need to get the bomb. They need to get this plant down. There might not be enough time. There's no time. BMAS has done it. BMAS is ruined.
It's going on, and once more, a 3-man hold towards B. Torsi holding towards the arch position. And this is the right call here from MOUZ. They've had the 3-man stack so many times on these buy rounds, Vince, but this time it could be Imperial walking into the stack.
Yeah, and there's enough utility as well to soften them up on the approach. You're seeing already the shrapnel doing quite a bit of damage. They're boosted up on the box. We haven't seen this position yet, and it doesn't get much cleaner than that.
Is coming in. Torsi with the op though, and FNX. He was trying to be cheeky, the edge of the smoke. But one by one, they fall. The wild flick from Torsi, and Bolts with the surprise swing catches him off guard, and they won't be expecting a second CT here. There's an opportunity for them to cross on over. They have a smoke, one smoke will bloom, another smoke picked up on the way, and a bomb will be planted. A real chance here for Imperial to at least get to round number 5.
Yeah. Oh no, but they didn't expect JDC to push the smoke. He just walked straight through there, and Bolts is just getting peppered and pummeled through the smoke from 2 different angles. I was about to say, when you consider
play coming out from MOUZ, and especially when you have those 2 MAC-10s in hand, that is the right approach. That would be something that could catch him off guard. But after the incendiary smoke combo, it looks like there's been a bit of a change of plans here for MOUZ. Instead, they're going to come wrapping around from short.
And they threw in the rotation, but it's going to be a slight gap in the smoke that allows Vinny to pincer in for one. Counter frag comes in from BMAS. And keep in mind, with this being a bonus and such a hefty lead, even just a bomb plant would be good enough, but the bomb is in such an awkward position. They need to retrieve this. They've done that just now. Planting in the smoke. Any extra kills at this point is a huge bonus. And you can't write Torsi off. You can't write BMAS off from outright clutching this anyway. Smokes and mollies being exchanged. He would have heard that tag onto Fallen, and Torsi takes the head of Bolts, runs away with it. This round could be everything for Imperial. They've got to hold on to this one. Spray from Torsi. Oh, the transfer is majestic. And MOUZ break. Fallen does get his man, though. He did get the pick down on the second app side. So he can now fall away from the site and allows them to actually retreat over 2 players from A to B. And considering that the T's haven't fully exploded yet out into the site, this may be just in time. Flash is being traded. Good counter flash tossed in, but Bolts with a double spray. And another good flash as Vinny shuts down JDC. Torsi in a 1 The AWPers that have rung out early on, both of them with solid shots in their own right. That smoke is going to clear, and Dexter is already pushing through by himself. They do have BMAS over on either side of the site. Dexter has gone down to the hands of Bolt. It's going to be an incendiary behind that. In comes Frozen, bypassing with a flashbang tossed in for good measure. Looking for the boost. Frozen anticipating this. He tickled the bomb for this very play, and they fell into the trap head first. BMAS is also going for the rotational play. May have heard Vinny making moves through on the library, so he could be the ace up the sleeve. He could be the determining factor. And the bomb is planted out in the open. Vinny has shown his hand, quite literally, as he tosses in the incendiary, and BMAS puts him down. Although Fallen wasn't fragged, he got legged down to 16 HP, and BMAS now is playing hell. With the CT's mind, they have to have clarity and chaos, and instead, it'll be MOUZ locking it down and securing their 2-0 victory.